wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on it, flaring on it. We Ric Flairin' on it, you talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on it, flaring on it. Yeah, we Ric Flairin' on it, flaring on it. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairin', gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death. I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. When I open like Betty Wops and find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders, trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My ground repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on it, flaring on it. We Ric Flairin' on it. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on it, flaring on it. We Ric Flairin' on it, flaring on it. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, Black Sun, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on it, flaring on it. We Ric Flairin' on it. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on it, flaring on it. We Ric Flairin' on it, flaring on it.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Ric Flairin' on them, Ric Flairin' on them, Ric Flairin' on them, Ric Flairin' son up.
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the swag, pull up where you at. No cap if the Brody is speaking the soft facts. My advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeants are with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the least. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walk it, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
You are the only participant in the conference. All participants are muted.
My bad. What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Scotty, man, back with another one. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Monday, man. Listen, it's been a wild Monday for me. Well, I don't want to say too wild, but it's been a Monday. I'll say this: Monday has been Monday. If whatever, like when people say life been lifing, Monday has been Monday. Now, I was supposed to do this show as a midday show. Give me another one, please. Thank you, sir. I was supposed to do this show as a midday show, and then realized the wife had an interview at 3:00, and I'm like, dang, like, because she need my office and stuff like that. So I was like, dang, it was like 1:30. I think I had it like at 1:30, and I'm like, any show that I do usually gonna go about an hour, and then if I start taking calls or people start getting crazy in the comments, it's easily gonna go to 3:00. So I had to shut it down and had to push it to 7. Thank you, sir. All right, so now we here. Ta-da! Now we here. Now I added a few things to my stuff, because some stuff has just been bothering me, and I just had, once again, it's just something I have to get off my chest, and it's gonna be one of them shows. So listen, if you don't like the ranting and the raving, I'm sorry. Like, it's just gonna be one of them shows. I mean, most of my shows are like that, especially this show. All right, so it just is what it is. But always, man, listen, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you, do whatever you do, but watch my shoes, right? And I'm gonna try to stay calm. Hopefully, I can stay calm. Call lines are already open, so if you got anything to say, you're more than welcome to say it. But I'm gonna try to stay calm. I'm gonna try to stay calm. I'm so glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that, because I almost forgot a video that I clipped. Let me get this prepared. Because I be doing stuff at the last minute, guys. It's a one-man band, okay? It's a one-man band. So, apologies. But I got to start with Grambling. I got to start with probably top two. And probably like in as one of the worst ADs, right? Top 2, top 3, bottom 2, bottom 3, whatever you want to do it. Got to start with him, right? Now, I had seen some stuff going around. Where do I start? Listen. If anybody believes that Travion Scott is revamping anything, you need to be diagnosed yesterday. If you read this email or wherever they published this, I think it was on Fox News, wherever Fox News had published this, if you read this and you say to yourself, shh, that boy Travion Scott doing it, you're out your cotton picking mind. You out your cut. Listen, I just need y'all to understand. I just need y'all to understand my point of view. This is the guy, and I'm gonna keep bringing this up. This is the guy who hired the lady from Alcorn who was having problems at Alcorn, then took her to Grambling. She cuts the whole team. He backs her. Then when the national spotlight comes on it, he says, I don't know what she's talking about. I never said that. That wasn't me. Right? He hires Hugh Jackson. He fires Hugh Jackson in year 3, which made absolutely no sense. Then you let him hire Art Browse. Then when the backlash comes, you and Doug get rid of Art. At the end of the day, the point of the matter is this. This is not the guy you want revamping anything. Let alone revamping NIL deals. What NIL? First of all, you barely have a collective. Barely. You remember that? Barely. I thought I'm legally blind. You barely got a collective. And you telling me you are revamping an NIL? Power 4 programs are having problems. G5 programs are having problems. And you are telling the people of Grambling that you, Travion Scott, are revamping NIL for Grambling? listen. This is like believing Travion Scott is like believing Donald Trump is like for DEI. Like you're like, dog, we all know Donald Trump doesn't believe in DEI, but he said he did. Like he's like, no, what? No. That's like believing Donald Trump likes Hispanics. I love Hispanics. I love Hispanics. They're my favorite. Love them when they come across the border. Love me some. Like, this is Travion Scott. There's not a. Oh, Jesus. There's not a business deal that I would trust on my entire life if Travion Scott's name was beside it. If somebody said, Scotty, hey, I heard they're giving out 20% discounts if you just go up there and say Grambling. I said, who's behind that deal? Oh, they said the AD came up with it. Lies. Lies. Fabrications. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. Travion Scott's the type of dude, hey, man, the sky is blue. Just had to go check. I just had to go check. Just to be on the safe side. Just had to go check. Could have went back. Could have changed. It could have just that quick. It could have changed. I'm saying. So you telling me that let's read this together, shall we? I feel like we in the church. Can we all standing for the reading of this word? Right? I just want y'all to hear this. Grambling State University Athletics has developed a comprehensive new strategy and structure, not just to navigate this new collegiate landscape, but to thrive in it. Lie number one. While we will be evaluating targeted reductions in operating expenses, we know that we cannot grow our program by cuts. Our focus must continue to be on revenue growth. Lie number two. To maintain competitive relevance in this new era while preserving our storied history of winning championships. The forthcoming transition to the new revenue-based model will provide a solid foundation for future growth. I shouldn't have to explain to you how many lies you can read in this paragraph. This past year, we unveiled the Courtside Tigers, a terrific new premium club overlooking the court in the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center that provides a best-in-class member experience as well as new revenues for our department. We are also actively revitalizing our ticket. We are also actively revitalizing our ticket sales and annual fund plans, investing in major gift fundraising, and exploring additional premium amenities in and around the athletics footprint. I didn't want to have to do this, but I'm now I feel like I'm gonna have to do this. Okay, let's look at this, because I think we have the game messed up just a little bit, just tad bit. Let me see here. What happened to? I couldn't find the game. I wanted to find the, let me see if I can get to it real quick, because I want to show you what best in class looks like. A lot of people get that confused. So let me see if I can find what best in class looks like, so we can be on so we can all be on the same page. Let me see. Nope, they took it down. Listen, let me tell you something. If you have not seen Alabama A&M's entrance, I'm gonna show you exactly what the Alabama A&M entrance looks like. It's damn near the same. I'm not gonna lie to you. That A&M entrance looks just like this. I lie to you not. That shit so fire. This is what A&M entrance look like. Just take the championship banners down. They ain't got none of those. Hey, look, I swear to God, if you went to that Alabama State game, it looked just like this. I'm telling you, I'm not lying to you. It's fire. The only thing is like it was all red.
Central Arkansas, 6 forward. From Southeast, Oklahoma State. It is Rodman. The man in the middle. From New Mexico, 7'2". Longley. 6 guys from Miami, Ohio. Ron Harper. From North Carolina. And guard 6'6". Michael Jordan.
Listen, I'm telling you, if you have not seen A&M's entrance, I'm telling you, it is just like that. The only difference is it's completely red. Like, instead of it being completely black, it's completely red. All red. All the lights is red. It's fire. That is A1 amenities. That is something you buy best in class suites. Ain't nothing like that going on in Grambling. We all know Alabama A&M a basketball school. I've been saying that. A&M's a basketball school. Miss me with all the rest of that. It's a basketball school. I don't give a damn if Sam Shea, Sham Crave, Sham Wow. I don't give a damn who their coach is. Alabama A&M is a basketball school. Ain't nobody else gonna make me believe no different. I'm trying to tell you, the jank fire. Absolutely fire. Right? You're not getting that at Grambling. You're not getting that at Grambling. You're just not. Why am I paying premium for some Tiger seats? Why am I paying premium for Tiger seats? It don't make no sense. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. So, listen. Y'all believe, Grambling people, y'all believe Travion if you want to. All you Bama's going to end up in the unemployment line. Right behind Travion. I'm telling you right now, you need to get a new AD. I've been screaming that for the last 2 years. You need to get a new athletic director. Somebody who actually knows how to direct athletics. But hey, to each his own. To each his own. Now let's move on. My next topic. Bro. DeSean Theodore Jackson, where the hell is your staff? Yo, we've been playing this game for like a month now. At least 3 weeks. Where is your staff other than the guy that you brought? You ain't got no running back coach. We ain't seen no recruiting coordinator, not a DC, not an OC, not an LC, not a PC, not nothing. Not nothing. What is going on here? Bro, it's like the countdown to National Signing Day is around the corner. And DeSean Jackson is twiddling thumbs. Like, what are we talking about right now? Now, again, it's still DeSean Jackson. So his name gonna ring bells and he gonna get buzz and he gonna get kids. But like, God damn, like, what is taking so long? I mean, when this staff drop, it better drop like Snoop Dogg's first album. Banger. It better drop like Doggy Style. Back in the 90s. Everything's a hit. Because this is ridiculous. Ridiculous. I mean, it better, DC better be freaking the Bama from the Bears. The OC need to be freaking Eric Bieniemy. I don't give a who, somebody. Cause you can't tell me, bro. Like, come on, like, think about this. He got announced the first week in January. The first week in January. We're about to be in February. And not a mention of another coach. He's been on more interviews than he's hired coaches. He's been on more public interviews than he's hired coaches. This staff, man, listen, this staff better be legit. It better be legit. That's all I'm going to say. Because it's taking a long time to get a bunch of guys. You can't take this long to get a bunch of Jags. And if everybody don't know what Jag means, it means just another guy. You can't be taking this long to get just another guy on staff. It has to be some type of like what we doing. Like, come on, man. It got to be outside of DeSean. It got to be some type of buzz. And I'm hoping there's some type of buzz on this staff. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a former NFL wide receiver as a wide receiver coach. I mean, he's DeSean Jackson. He could be wide receiver coach, but you know, just something to kind of stir everything up and get everything going. Because right now, yikes. I don't give a damn about no Philly going to the Super Bowl. I was glad they beat the Commanders, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was, man. If the Redskins would have been in the Super Bowl, oh my God, I would have died. Oh, I would have literally died. I'm so thankful. That's the only time I've ever rooted for the Eagles. Is literally making sure the Commanders didn't end up in the Super Bowl, but nobody gives a damn about no Eagles going to the Super Bowl. They just going to cheat for Mahomes to get the 3-peat. We all know that. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Do you think Delaware made a mistake? No, I think Delaware made the right hire. It's Delaware State. They were in the slums. Okay, Delaware State was like Pretty Woman. Pretty Woman. That's what Delaware State was. On the block. On the blade. Okay? Strutting. And here come DeSean Jackson in the Porsche. Hey, will it be my date for the week? You can stay here in my condo. Right? Like Delaware State was Pretty Woman. Okay? Walking the blade. Tossing it around to everybody. And nothing stuck. Okay? So at the end of the day, no, they didn't make a mistake. It's a win because you still got the buzz. You still got DeSean Jackson. There's still something. Nobody would have been talking about you if it wasn't for DeSean Jackson. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's always a win if you're in the public eye. If you're in a public space and public opinion and people are talking about you, it's a win. Good, bad, or indifferent. You know my philosophy. Good, all publicity is good publicity, right? So that just is what it is. What's your thoughts on Dishman? I haven't heard any news on new players. Listen, Dishman is the black Bill Belichick of the SWAC. Not the wins, just the personality. right? Like, he's a dick. Like, he's just a dick. Like, this is what it is. Like, he's not personable. He's not anything. But I do think it works for Texas Southern. And I'm not gonna lie, I did like the team they had built last year. I keep saying this. I think if KJ Cooper doesn't go down, they win more games. They definitely beat Southern, even with the botch punt or whatever. I don't think the game is even that close with KJ Cooper, right? So I think he's building it the right way. You're just, me personally, his personality is just like, eh. And I've talked to people who've dealt with him, and they've all agreed, like, he's a dick, flat out. There's no other way. Like, listen, I tell people all the time, if you're gonna be an asshole, be an asshole. I don't like people who act one way and then go back the other way. If you're an asshole, just be an asshole, and I'll figure out a way to deal with you as an asshole. And I think that's what DeSean is. DeSean is an unapologetic asshole, which works. I'm not here to be your friend. You're not here to be my friend. You're not here to be y'all's friend. He's here to coach football and get these men ready to play and ready for life. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. And I think he can do that. Because think about it. They should build a statue for him tomorrow. They hadn't beat Prairie View in like 10 years. Year one, he beats him. Come on, man. Give that man a statue. Give that man a statue. I know Coach Cole wouldn't agree. SWAC champion. Listen. Give that man a statue. Oh, Coach Cole, don't see that part. You be hot. Oh, man. So, but yeah, that's my thing with him. That is my thing with him. Now, let me go to his other predecessor. And I think Hampton Vegas put something in the chat. Listen, I do somewhat agree that a lot of the players that they're getting do not have stats. I understand. I'm wholeheartedly agree with you. But these two jokers right here, if they live up to the potential, these two jokers right here are steals. I'm talking flat out steals. If Vic can get these two Bamas to play to their potential, oh my God. Now, I'm really big on, I do not like huddle tapes, right? I don't. I'm just telling you that right now. I've never really been a fan of huddle. It's a glorified highlight tape. You can't tell me, it doesn't show me everything of what you are, good, bad, or indifferent, right? Like, of just some of your problems, your hiccups, or whatever. But this Bama Israel Carter, he's probably one of the few huddle tapes I was like, damn, like, this is crazy. His huddle tape is crazy. Like, he's the type of player, like, it's like watching Reggie Bush back in high school, right? It's like, these are why people have highlight tapes. Or I'll give a good example, and I hate to put him on this standard because if you know, you know. But if anybody remembers the receiver from Maryland, from DC, Jesus freaking Christ. Not Noel Devine. He got drafted by the Rams really high. I can't remember his name. But he was a first-round pick out of West Virginia with the Rams. Israel Carter's reminds me of that. Tavon Austin. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I knew somebody was going to come through for me. Appreciate you. Tavon Austin. Israel Carter has a Tavon Austin type of highlight tape. Now, Tavon Austin's tape is crazy. Like, I want to, but what I'm saying is it makes you stop and say, damn, like, for real. Like, it will make you stop and be like, damn, that kid is athletic, right? He's crazy talented. So it's one of the, like I said, it's one of the few huddle tapes I'm just like, whew, okay, this is crazy. And David Ojigbe, listen, the boys from Maryland, anytime with an Ojigbe, you're probably Nigerian. Maryland and Nigeria go hand in hand. Maryland and Nigerians go hand in hand. So I'm pretty damn sure he's Nigerian. But if I'm not mistaken, he was either a 4-star or a 5-star defensive end coming out of Maryland. If he can play to his potential, they're gonna listen. His huddle tape is crazy. Like his burst to the ball, no diddy, is crazy. His get off, no diddy, is crazy. His first step is crazy. Like it's one of those type of things. Is like you see the 4-star tag on these guys. Like a lot of times you see stuff, you're like, I don't get why they're rated so high, or I don't see it, or da-da. These two guys are like, you're like, yeah, I see why you was rated a 4-star. Yeah, I see it. It's clear as day. And you don't have to watch much tape of it to be like, yeah, damn, this kid's different, right? If Norfolk can get these two guys off the ground and in a sensible scheme, David Ojigbe has first team all MEAC written all over him. And Israel Carter probably is like a second team, because I don't think he's going to overdo Walker Harris. Right? You got Walker Harris in the conference, right? So, he just has that. He's probably going to be the returning MEAC Offensive Player of the Year, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think anybody else can really contend with it. So I think Walker Harris is going to be the presumptuous favorite for that role. But Israel Carter has like second team on MEAC, and he could be first team on MEAC if everything goes well in the scheme they run and he runs. And because he's like a, from what I've seen, he can be a 3,800, 3,000, 1,000, 3,800, depending on how they do it. I would see him more realistically like 25-7 or 25-8. The 2,500 passing yards, 700-800 rushing yards. I could see that with his tape. That seems more realistic to me. But his film is insane in high school, not college. High school. So I'm just curious to see what that looks like as well. 2409. Nobody called in. I don't see nobody on the call lines. So we good on that. So, but I want to listen. I know I've been talking crazy about Vic and that he ain't got no. I think it's a good hire for Norfolk. And let me explain why, right? Because looking at him off the rip, I was like, damn, the dude looked like he's 12 years old. Like, what has he done? But when you really break down okay, the white man going to Norfolk is like Gibbs going to A&T. It only works for a certain type of school. And I think it works for Norfolk because his ties in the Tidewater area, right? Like he was at ODU for like 10 years. ODU is like, if I'm not mistaken, like 20, 30 minutes up the street from Norfolk, right? So he's been in the area. He's a white guy who knows white coaches in the area. He owns a training facility that trains some of the top high school players in Norfolk. That was given to me by a person off the staff, right? So there's a lot of things that work for them in the area, right? For Norfolk. It probably wouldn't make sense to a lot of other SWAC schools, but I told you this is the type, and I knew it. This is the type of hire that somebody knows somebody, and they're like, hey, I know this dude. I know he can do the job. I know he can do this. I know he can do that. I think it's a great fit. And, I disagree with this one. I don't think it was, because I thought it was a bad hire when I first saw it. I thought it was a bad hire. So I don't want to say why Ice is colder. I gave it a C- when I first saw it. But when you go into all the detail of it, you see why it fits. If you're telling me it's not okay, what's the difference? And let's be honest. What's the difference between somebody saying, I'm in Florida, so I'm hiring Florida coaches to lock down the state of Florida, than Norfolk guys from Virginia hiring Bamas from the Tidewater area saying, I want to lock down the 757. What's the difference? Realistically, what's the difference? You see what I'm saying? You got to look at it. That's why I say it's a great fit for Norfolk, because at the end of the day, if I'm trying to lock down the 757, why would I not go get a guy who recruited for ODU for 10 to 12 years, had crazy offenses while he was at ODU? I'm talking about quarterbacks throwing for 4,000 or 5,000. Like, come on, like, so at some point, and this is what I said, even critiquing myself, I said, at some point, I gotta stand by what I'm saying, right? Like, and if I'm saying, and this is what I'm saying when I explain this, if I'm saying North Carolina A&T's hire is a bad hire because he came from a bad offensive system, then I'm telling you that the ODU has to be, the Norfolk hire has to be a better hire because he actually came from systems that put up tremendous yards and points. That's all I'm saying. It got to go both ways. It has to go both ways, right? So, listen, man. At the end of the day, if you're telling me that they're trying to lock down a 757, I get it. I understand it. I got no problems with it. Hey, lock down the area, recruit the area, do what you got to do. Because I look at it like this: do I like that they're taking a lot of players from Hampton? Somewhat. So I'm like, because Hampton, to me, I didn't think Hampton was all that special. I think offensively, like, listen, if they could have got Elijah Burris, I know he's in the draft. I know he doesn't have no more eligibility. But could you imagine if it was Kevon King and Elijah Burris in the backfield at Norfolk State? That is a problem. I would run the ball 40 times a game. 20 for Kevon, 20 for Elijah Burris. And the other 20 snaps, easy passes. But I watched a little of the center that they got from Hampton. He's pretty good. I see some other players. I'm just like, You know what I'm saying? But again, you got a former Hampton coach on the staff, so he knows how to he's evaluating these players as well. So to each his own. But again, I think the hire works for Norfolk. I don't think that hire works for anybody else. Now, going to my next point, because I'm glad somebody brought that up. Listen, let me play this first.
You want to see us throw the ball, come to warm-ups.
Come to warm-ups. That's the only time.
You want to see us throw the ball, come to warm-ups.
Come to warm-ups. That's the only time you do it. Because you was gonna be 3 yards in the cloud of dust. That was your backbone. But so have you evolved any since then, or have you changed? Have your philosophy of football has it evolved since back that day?
Yeah, it has. It has. I still believe in my soul that you got to be able to run the football to win championships.
You ain't won none. What championships? OBG? What championships? Original ball guy? I still believe you got to run the ball to win championships. Not at Fort Valley. How many championships you got down there? Don't worry, I'll wait. But y'all talking about this your king. But y'all talking about this y'all king. I still believe you got to run the ball to win championships. Sir, how many championships? See, listen, again, I don't care. I don't care. Somebody, oh, he was an assistant. I don't give a damn. I don't care. When you were the top guy, when you was making all the decisions, right? Because what did Denzel Washington say? Remember the Titans. I ain't never seen a coordinator's name in the paper. I ain't never seen a coordinator's name in the paper. That's all I remember the Titans. You overcooking my grits, coach. You overcooking my grits. So again, when you was the top guy, when you was making all the decisions, and you was running the ball, I'm asking for the people in the back, how many championships did you win at Fort Valley State? Okay. Okay. I mean, somebody tell me something. Somebody tell me something. Now it don't matter. It don't matter now. Now, boy, I tell you, when you want somebody, you want them, right? Girl been out there doing God knows what, well, who knows what, but when you want her, you want her. I love my baby mother. I love it. Your old man say you stupid. You be like, so I love my baby mother. I never let her go. Like, let's not play this. Out there doing whatever to whomever.
Want to say the most.
Zero. If you didn't know the answer, it was rhetorical. It was 0. But again, let's talk about these additions. I like these additions. Sadly, I still don't think you get over 4 wins, but hey, that's just me. You bring Sam Washington in as a consultant. You get Courtney Cord, which I think is an absolute steal, the former defensive coordinator from NCCU. He becomes your D-line coach, who was formerly a D-line coach at NCAT before. I think these two, listen, when it says get the gang back together, oh, this is a true get the gang back together. This is a true get the gang back together. Like, you know how like on Scooby-Doo, the gang's all here. Everybody in the mystery machine, the gang's all here. Literally, staff full of homeboys, straight homeboy hires. Hey, that's my home. But they're good homeboys, right? Because they're quality coaches, like most of them anyway, right? Courtney, I think, is an amazing coach. Sam Washington, you know what I'm saying? Amazing coach, right? So, again, surrounding yourself with the right people does help. So there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But again, let me make this very clear. If you're not doing this for championships, what are you doing this for? And literally all you're hoping and praying. I can't. This is the shit that does not make sense to me. Why am I paying a guy $370,000 to say, hey, can you get me 5 wins? Oh boy, we got 5 wins. Like, that's all they was getting excited for. Everybody getting their panties in a bunch. Ooh, oh man, oh my God. To get 5 wins. To go 5-6 or 6-5. Like, that's really what this is all about. over there.
Dear baby Jesus, can we please at North Carolina A&T get 5 wins? That's all I want for Christmas. Just 5 wins. 6 if you're feeling gracious. Thank you, God. Thank you. Your favorite, Aggie.
Like, that's really what it's come down to. That's it. That's it. To pay somebody $370 to say, hey, can you give me 5 wins? Can I get 4 wins? Because you're never winning the CAA unless they drop down to 4 teams. And if the CAA drops to 4 teams, and them 4 teams are Elon, Hampton, NCAT, and Stony Brook, you'll probably still be second to last. You'll probably still be second to last. So we'll see. We'll see. I think the sad thing is this, though. The real sad thing is this. And if I was an NCAT fan, I would really have to self-evaluate. Listen, I don't know if people don't really know about this rivalry. I was just schooled on it a couple of days ago. Do you know 80% of the staff is NCCU graduates? Gibbs is a Central grad. Courtney Cord is a Central grad. Half of the Bamas on the staff graduated from Central. So again, you had to beg, borrow, and steal to go to your rival to get your whole coaching staff? What does that say about you as a program? Really? Really? Dog, I'm sorry. I don't care how much Southern was beating Jackson. Ain't no way Jackson gonna go hire 90%. You think Jackson would go hire Dawson Odoms? Like, real talk. I don't give a damn if Dawson Odoms was the last coach on earth. There's no way Jackson is going to go hire Dawson Odoms and be like, yeah, come on my staff. Come over here and win. That don't make no sense. Because if I'm NCCU, it's like, even if I win, even if I lose, I still win. Some of the best coaches you ever had were Central grads. That don't make no sense. Do you not have anybody in the Aggie pipeline to be like, hey, come back to your alma mater. Coach at your alma mater. Be great at your alma mater. That's crazy. I'm sorry. That's crazy to me. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a Cowboys fan. I would feel some type of way if the Cowboys went and got like the Redskins' best player and named him as our coach. I'd be like, what the is you doing? What is you doing? Why would you do? There's nobody else you can hire. There's nobody else you can hire. Why they didn't get the head coaching job? If they so great, why they didn't get the head coaching job? See, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. That's all. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. This is how I know that's not a true rivalry, right? It's not a true rivalry. Because these niggas be passing back coaches like hotcakes. You want Terrence Graves? Oh, you get Terrence Graves. Oh, no, you get Terrence Graves. I insist you take Terrence Graves. Oh, man, appreciate you. You want Eric Dooley? Nah, you can take Eric Dooley. No, It's your pick. You get first pick. Oh, why? Thank you. I'll take Eric Dooley. Like, this ain't no rivalry. This ain't no rivalry. It's like best friends arguing over peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no rivalry. What are we doing? Oh no, I'm telling you, dog. Real rivalries, I'm not hiring you. I would be shocked if like Ohio State would hire a Michigan guy. Like, that's just like, you just can't do that. You just can't do that. You just can't do that. I don't see it. So, that's fair. That's fair. I give y'all that. I give y'all that. I give y'all that. Yeah, it's like a big brother, little brother type of thing. We still love each other at the end of the day, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? But see, can't make that a habit. Can't make that a habit. Can't do it. What? But see, that's the thing, though, Charlie. They don't want to win. They don't want to win. If you really wanted to win, you wouldn't have bought Sean Gibbs. If you really wanted to beat the whites, now if you want to beat the blacks, that's cool. But if you really want to beat the whites, you wouldn't hire Sean Gibbs. You wouldn't hire Sean Gibbs. And my question is this: realistically, my question is, if Sean Gibbs wins one game this year or 2 games, let's say he wins 2 games, we give him 2 games. What's the? I would have done that. I would have done that before if you picking Central guys, might as well. If somebody just beat you 66 to whatever, 0, whatever y'all scored, go get the guy who just put 66 on you. Do that. Do that. Do that. You missed. You forgot to add. You forgot to add. I'll help you out. Like, in the what? In the past. What have you done for me lately? All right. Again, nothing. Nada. Nunca. Niet. You haven't done anything. Haven't done nada. So, but at the end of the day, I do like these additions, though. I think Courtney Cortez, D-line, you can't beat that, right? Can't beat that. I think it's good. I do think it's good. I think, and having Sam Washington, as a buffer, right? Like, just as a mentor, somebody as a soundboard to bounce ideas off of, or, hey, what do you think about this? I have extra eyes on. Being in the coach as long as he had, he's seen a lot. So I definitely think it helps. I definitely think it helps. But we'll see. See, let me say this before I go, before I move on. The thing that bothers me is this. You're talking like, you're like, man, but we used to be, Sam Washington. Listen, Sam Washington wasn't in the NIL. You see what I'm like? This is the part people forget. If everything was the same, then I would give it to you. I'm like, oh man, that's tough. But everything's changed. Everything's changed. How can you pay for players? How do you get players? Nothing is the same. You're talking about coaching in a time that is not the same. And you're dealing with athletic budgets that you aren't in the same block as. You're not in the same league as. So again, I say it is different. It hits different. And those kids you would get as just regular drop downs because they want to go to A&T because it's cool and it's black. That's not the case no more. What you got on my 40, Craig? How much can you pay me? Aggie land? That's what it comes down to. And I'm going to say this again. If you couldn't win championships at Fort Valley State, how in the hell are you going to win a championship in a conference where the athletic budgets dwarf yours? I mean, absolutely dwarf yours. But again, I digress. You know, I had to hit my A&T. You know, I had to hit my A&T moment. So, you know, it is what it is. Now, all you FAMUans, listen, I got something for you. You know, Kofi always told me that God looks favorably upon FAMU. But I didn't believe him until today. Because what? Hit it, Kof.
He's an on-time God. Yes, he is. Oh, on-time God. Yes, he is. Job said, may not come when you want it, but he'll be there right on time. I tell you, he's an on-time God.
Oh, Jesus! What is it? Prayer changes things, boy. Huh? What? This Bama was ass. He was ass. Listen, Cozy couldn't do the job. God says, but there's a ram in the bush.
He's an on-time God. Yes, he is. Oh, on-time God. Yes, he is. Job said, may not come when you want it, but he'll be there right on time. I tell you, he's an on-time God.
Thank you. Thank you. Boy, listen. I'm trying to tell you, he may not come when you want him, but he will be there right on time. This Bama was garbage, okay? Garbage. Cozy did not want to let this Bama go. He didn't want to do it. But like God and Moses, Pharaoh let this ninja go. Pharaoh let this ninja go. I don't even, listen, we talk about white people failing up. I don't know how this Bama failed up, but God, hey, listen. I don't know. Hey, listen, ain't nobody. It's an upgrade. He getting paid more money. Congratulations. Happy to you. But don't ever call plays. No. He might be a good linebackers coach. He might be a damn good linebackers coach. Didn't say he wasn't. Never said he wasn't good at a linebackers coach. But as a defensive coordinator, you're ass. Trash. They didn't hire him to be the defensive coordinator, Bishop Bonnet. They didn't hire him for that. They hired him to be inside linebackers coach, which is not fine. Be inside linebacker coach. That's cool. Nobody's saying you were bad at that. You just sucked as a defensive coordinator. So again,
He's an on-time God. Yes, he is. Oh, on-time God. Yes, he is. Job said, may not come when you want it, but he'll be there right on time. I tell you, he's an on-time.
I tell you, he's an on-time God. Yes, he is. You're not. I don't care what Bishop Bonner talking about. He is not going to dampen my mood tonight, okay? I am on 10. When I saw that come across my phone was, I said, what? I had to read it like 5 times. I said, Milton Patterson? Milton Patterson Milk? Not Patty Milk? Because at Whataburger they be having them patty melts. So I ain't know if they were talking about Bill Patterson or Patty Melt. I ain't know. And I'm reading it. I said, oh man. I said, okay. I said, listen, Cozy really, listen, I don't care what nobody says. Cozy was out year 2. Okay. If you was bringing this Bama back, you was going to be out year 2. Let you lose them home games, Valley. Let you lose them home games. Jackson, right? So, all I'm saying, Cozy got a chance to get this right, what he should have done in the offseason. What he should have done in the offseason, how you change everything on the offense, but you keep everything on the defensive side on the ball. You keep all the defensive coaches. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm just saying. So, now this new defensive coordinator, I look at it like this. These are just my requirements, right? Got to be aggressive. A lot of man and blitz. Got to be aggressive. I think he should have some Florida ties, right? Because you want to get that Florida recruit. You want to get that Florida area. And I would like for him to have been a coordinator before. Again, Milton Patterson, first of all, we should have known he wasn't that good because he was a Jackson State player. He was a former Jackson State player when they was dog water, okay? Dog water, doo-doo water. That's when he was playing at Jackson State. So at least T.C. Taylor played in the era when they was winning. Milton played in the era when they was dog-ass garbage. And that's who you want to make. But anywho, so I would like for him to be a coordinator before or have called defensive plays or what had some experience in that realm. Now, this is a name that has been being tossed out that I've heard. A couple people reached out to me and say, hey, Scott, I would love for this person to get the job. And it's Corey Fuller. It's Corey Fuller. Former, he played at Florida State, was a former FAMU coach with the DBs. I got a quote from a person that knows Corey pretty well. He says he will play 4-2-5 with cover 4 as a base with hella pressure and hella man. And talking to I talked to a former FAMU player, and they was like, man, listen, Scotty, we want somebody. They will want somebody to bring that old FAMU style defense back, right? A lot of pressure, a lot of man, fly around the ball, get there, all those type of things, right? He has Florida ties. All right, he has Florida ties. So, I mean, get kids from he can get you some kids from Florida State. He can get you some kids in the state of Florida, right? Knows the panhandle really well. I think it's I won't say it's a no-brainer. I won't say that because you never know who can be in contention, but I definitely think you got to give Corey Fuller a call. All right. I think you gotta get players. I think you gotta give Corey Fuller a call to see what it is. All right. I think you gotta give him an opportunity to just say, hey, do you want the job? Right. And I think the mindset of Corey, the mindset that I've heard from former people who've known him, hard-nosed guy, tough coach. People love him, but he's tough, but he's fair, right? And I think if I'm being honest, I think that's the type of I think this is the type of style that Corey needs. I think this is the type of style that FAMU needs, right? I don't know Milton Patterson personally, so I can't tell you. But I think that defense just needs, if you're going to revamp it, I think you need a complete revamp, right? Like, it's not like, I didn't like what Milton did. I thought that he had veteran players that he knew what they could do, and he was changing them up and putting them in schemes that were uncomfortable. And I didn't like that. But I think now Kendall's gone. A lot of your top-nose players are gone. You got some new recruits coming in. I think you let Corey Fuller get in there. I think you let him revamp that thing, make it a Florida-style defense. A lot of man, a lot of pressure, right? Because, again, DeSean showed you the blueprint. I keep telling y'all niggas, man. DeSean showed you the blueprint in 2 years. He showed you what it was supposed to be. Man and blitz. Man and blitz. Hold on, I gotta. Okay. So I gotta. Okay. So I got a text that might be a little shaky on the Fuller thing. That's all I can say. Right? But let me. But my thing is this, right? I think you need to, you just gotta listen again. Even if you go look at Jackson, right? Quinn, he didn't do a lot of man blitz all the time. It was a lot of zone blitzing, but he still blitzed. I keep telling, listen, Smitty, I love Smitty. I love Smitty's scheme. It was different, right? But that stuff, it takes more elite. Smitty got elite players to do elite things, right? Because if you had a decent offensive line, you could beat Smitty's scheme because it was just 7-man pressures or 4-man pressures with spies or whatever. If the front four didn't get there, if the front four wasn't all world, it ain't gonna work, right? That's just what it is. You had high-level corners, but if you give them time, they can pick the holes apart, and that's how you get 59-3 with DeSean and all that type of stuff, right? That's neither here nor there. But if you take that out, right, or you just look at some of the schemes that have been around, if you look at Quinn and you look at DeSean, they're essentially the same. Or if you look at Dennis, it's really Dennis Thurman's scheme. But if you look at Dennis Thurman's scheme and you look at Quinn's scheme, they're literally the same outside of where they're blitzing from. In Dennis Thurman's scheme, that double A gap blitz, they hitting you hard, no diddy, straight up the gut. They're coming right up your alley. Quinn would show a A-gap blitz and bring it from the corners, which a lot of times DeSean did not do, right? Or he would zone blitz to where he would blitz one side, drop the other side, but it was pressure. It was always some form of pressure being brought. 5, 6-man blitzes, right? More than you can either block, or I'm going to make your offensive line have to communicate, and they're going to mess it up. They're not going to be ready for it, right? It was a lot of that. So again, that's what I'm saying, right? Ooh. Somebody said, all right. So I reached out to somebody who's a coach, and he says, I like Quinn, Torenzo. If they can pull Quinn from, listen, if you can pull Quinn from Jackson, I'm taking him. Right? I'm taking him. The coach said the Bama that left Bama State, Ryan, I would go get him from UAB. He's at UAB right now. I will go get him. And somebody else said Charlie Strong. I like that. He says Charlie Strong may want to get back into the fold with coaching, long shot, but he'll have to tell me no. I like that Charlie Strong play. I like that Charlie Strong play a lot. I really do. Because one, Quinn. Yeah, I don't think Quinn going nowhere either. I think he really loves Jackson. But I'm making the call. But I do like that Charlie Strong though. I would get Dennis Thurman. Isn't he at Hawaii right now? If Dennis Thurman's available, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really think Cozy know what he's doing. Can I just say that? I'm sorry. Can I just say that? I don't think Cozy knows what he is doing. I really think he's just throwing stuff at the wall, hoping it sticks. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I don't think he knows what he's doing. I hope he gets this right. I really do, because I root for FAMU, but I'm just not liking Cozy. He just rubs me the wrong way. No diddy. Big no diddy. Right? I'm not feeling that. Right? But again, I'm just really curious to see who he goes and gets. I really do. I really, really do. Because the thing is this, right? This is a kicker. If I go get a DC, do my DC feel comfortable with linebacker coaches that are there, the cornerback? You get what I'm saying? Like, now it's like you the DC, but these ain't my guys around me. Now, I don't know in the coaching profession how that works out, right? I don't know how in the coaching profession this works out or whatever. And if you're the DC, do you bring on, your own linebackers coaches or whatever I don't know how that works. But because, again, I could have a scheme and my linebacker coach not like my scheme, or my DB coach not like my scheme, or he don't understand how to coach the players towards my scheme. I don't know. I don't know how that stuff works. But at the end of the day, what about the dude that was the DT? You can get that. You can get that cat from UAPB while you're out running errands. It's a UAPB. He talks like. Yeah, I agree with that. Rock. Listen. I don't know, man. I told y'all I was out on FAMU this year. I'm all the way out on FAMU this year. I'm gonna wait till Cozy gets. If Cozy runs the table, congratulations. But if he don't, he gotta go. I'm not a fan of Cozy. Like, you gotta figure it out. You gotta figure it out to me. Because listen, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Right? If Sean Gibbs can get a job at North Carolina A&T, you might as well, once you fire Cozy, you might as well go get Quinn Gray. At least he's an alum, quarterback. You know you're gonna be throwing that thing air raid. And like Willie said, FAMU is not a place to go cut your teeth as a first-time head coach. He said that on the interview I did with him. Right? Go get you a Quinn Gray. Go get you a Teddy Bridgewater. Like, man, make it work. Go make it work. And listen, FAMU different, okay? FAMU, man. FAMU different. So, listen, I'm gonna keep an eye out. I'm gonna keep an eye out on this defensive coordinator position. I text somebody this. The way I'm feeling, I think Cozy's going to elevate somebody. I really believe that. I think Cozy's going to elevate somebody that's already on staff and go from there, which I think would be a mistake. Just my personal opinion, but I think it's one of those things where it's okay. Can I let's break this down. I don't know if Sewell will want to go to FAMU, right? He's a Maryland boy. He is a Northeast. He's a Maryland guy, and he has a young son. He's married, and I think his wife is coaching basketball up in Maryland. I don't know if he's going to make that jump, unless it's for a head coaching position. I don't think he's going to want to make that jump for a DC. Now, if you make the call, right, but I don't think it's going to happen. Now, the reason I think Cozy is probably going to elevate somebody on staff is because I think he's the total opposite of Willie Simmons. And what I mean by that is Willie Willie has the biggest. He has the biggest. He has the biggest aura in the room, but he's not afraid about having guys that are just as good as him in the room, right? A lot of people who don't believe in themselves, they want themselves to feel like they're the biggest thing in the room, right? But if you know you the shit, it don't matter if somebody else coming in talking shit because it ain't taking nothing off your plate. I'm still the man, like I'm still that guy. And I saw that with him hiring DeWitt, keeping DeWitt on staff as well as hiring Ponce. As you know, those are two guys going for the head coaching job at FIU. I'm telling y'all, most coaches would not do that. Two guys that were up for the job on the staff. You get what I'm saying? Like that's not normal. I want to be very clear. That is not normal. You have to have a big set of cojones to be like, I want to get the best minds in here. Why? Because when we win, we all win. And I don't think Cozy is there yet. I don't think he's there yet. I think he's in a more like, that's my buddy. That's my friend. Hey, hi. And he doesn't want anybody to rock the boat with him because he's not confrontational. And you know how I know he's not confrontational? Because I heard he did some weak shit and he fired coaches on Zoom. He fired his coaches over Zoom. And everybody's like, Scotty, what's wrong with that? That in the coaching profession, that's a no-no. I talked to multiple coaches and I asked them, I said, hey, is this the policy? They said, no. You call that guy in, you speak to them face to face, and you let them know what it is, and you let them go. And everybody knows what the business is. It's coaching. Everybody knows it's a dog-eat-dog world, but that's something you just don't do. You don't fire coaches over Zoom. You do it face to face. It's like a code of conduct, right? Like an unwritten code of conduct. So for him to do that, and for multiple coaches to come to me and say, "No, that's some weak shit, Scotty," I'm like, damn. So it just lets me know what type of person he is, right? Or what type of I don't know him personally. So let me say the actions speak to something to his character. Let me be very clear because I don't want to speak on somebody's character that I do not know personally. But from what I was told, from what I know, from the situation that occurred, was that doing things like that, when you know in the coaching profession that that's not how it's done, to me, that's weak. And to the coaches that are in the profession that take it very seriously, they also said that was weak. So just leave it at that. Rocky, coming to you.
Oh man, hey, this is a great. Hey man, I hear myself, Scotty. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear
Can
you.
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Well, I don't hear myself anymore. I don't know what you did, but you fixed it. No, but here's the thing, Scotty. I think what you're speaking to is temperament, right? And one thing I can say that like Willie was Willie was a Florida boy through and through. And Willie also always comes across authentic whether he's talking to you on an interview, giving his players a speech, or dealing with the media, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Cozy doesn't have that same presence. He comes off as a politician, or someone who will say whatever will make you feel good. And I just think one of those the contrast between him and Willie, I think was kind of I can see how it could be a letdown for the players because the players believed in Willie. Like Willie was their guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And as much as they want Cozy to be like Willie, I don't think Cozy has the ability to emulate and follow Willie that way.
So let me tell you,
know what I mean?
Let me tell you what somebody told me.
Go ahead.
I'll tell you for somebody who somebody reached out to me from that played with him at Florida State, and they said, Scotty, he is a white. He's a black man. He's a white man with black skin. That's what they said at Florida State. He was like that. They said at Florida State he was like that. They said he's a white man in black skin. And that was somebody who played with him at Florida State. They say he's always been like that. That's what they called him.
Well, let me say this, man. If you are truly a brilliant coach, then you can be a white man, a black man in white, and lead black people. But if you're truly not brilliant and you are faking it, black people gonna see through that.
Facts.
You know what I mean? They're gonna see through that. And so at some point, you know, once the real you shows up and it's not something that people can believe in, then, you know, you have situations and circumstances where it kind of unravels. And I think that's what may have happened this season. Like I said, I don't know. I'm from the outside looking in. But the fire and passion that the team played with under Willie, it's season drew on, the less inspired they played. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get you.
And so I just think, and here's what I also say this here, and I'll let you go. Willie was a Florida boy, and he would identify with those kids, and those kids identified for Willie, and the difference is Cozy's just from Florida. He's not a Florida boy. And that's all. It's a culture. It's a vibe. It's a whole deal when you're a Florida boy. And I don't think Cozy has much of that.
No, it's listen, and people can say what they want, Rocket. They know exactly what you're talking about. Because every state has those type of guys, right? Like you got guys who say they're from New York, then you got guys who are from New York. You know what I'm saying? Like you got guys who are from Texas, then you got guys who are Texas. They're Texas boys, right? You know, it's a difference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Cali. Everybody has those guys from their state, and you know what that looks like. And for people to say like, "Oh, what do you mean?" Like, no, we all know what he means. We all know what's understood doesn't have to be said.
And just for I say this, one thing I'll say this about DeSean Jackson and Michael Vick. DeSean Jackson is a Cali guy. You'll never mistake that. Mistake him for anything else. Michael Vick is a Norfolk, Tidewater area guy. You'll never mistake him for anything else. Cozy guy, you have to ask him where he's from, and I'm out of here, man.
All right.
Because if you didn't know any better, you wouldn't know that he's a Florida boy unless you knew his pedigree.
That's fair.
He doesn't carry himself that way.
That's fair.
I'm out, bro.
All right, bro. Appreciate the call, Rock. So listen, at the end of the day, we'll sit back. It's a very big hire for him. Because think about it like this. He got Joe Henry fell in his lap. Think about it. He hasn't really hired any real coordinator, right? So Joe Henry fell in his lap. He brought in the CFL guy for a co-offensive coordinator who people thought was going to be the offensive coordinator, but now that's the offensive coordinator, right? So now this is his first like coordinator real hire. So again, we shall see what it comes out to be and what it looks like, but I don't have too much faith in it. But listen, at the end of the day, God can only do so much.
He's an on-time God.
He did his part.
Yes, he. Oh, on-time God. Yes, he is. Job said, may not come when you want it, but he'll be there right on time. I tell you, he's an on-time God. Let's get some witnesses in here tonight.
Let's get some witness in here.
He's an on-time God. Yes, he. Oh, on-time God. Yes, he is. Job said, may not come when you want it, but he'll be there right on time. I tell you, he's an on-time God. Let's get some witnesses in here tonight.
Yes, he is. Hey, that's been my time. Listen, until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holler. God bless.